Hey, there you are, and welcome to My Dude Watch. My name is Jason, and I have a great diver for you. This is everything you could want in a dive watch and more. It's got automatic movement, sapphire crystal, stainless steel everywhere. It's got a great reputation, and it looks awesome. And after we carve this baby up and do a comprehensive review, I would love to hear from you to see where you think this watch belongs in the AliExpress dive watch hierarchy. All right, we're just about ready to do this, but first we're going to do a quick wrist check. This is the Jacques Monet dive watch. I really like this watch a lot, and I ended up purchasing it because I heard the watch gang singing its praises, and honestly, it really is a great watch. Okay, I'm ready. You ready? Let's do it. Okay, this is the Seestern 600T. It's clearly a Doxa homage. This watch is loaded, and it's a fan favorite of the AliExpress patrons, and I can see why. Just the way it feels is pretty impressive. It's solid, has great angles, and it really stands out. Well, let's break it down, and as always, we'll start with the tail of the tape. The 600T measures 42 millimeters across the top, and that's without the crown, 48 millimeters lug to lug. She is 12.9 millimeters thick and a nice 20 millimeters at the lugs. She has sapphire crystal and tons of stainless steel everywhere. And she weighs in at 148 grams. Make no mistake, this is a great design. Obviously, Seestern cannot take credit for that at all because it is a homage watch, but they did execute it perfectly. And now we're going to carve this baby up and present to you a very comprehensive review, and we're going to start with the case. And I always like starting these reviews at the profile, and here's why. Take a look here. You can see the nice view of the flanks. The brushwork is outstanding on the side. Take a look at the slant coming off of the crown protector. That's really good craftsmanship. From this profile view, you can see the turn down of the lugs. It's not aggressive, but it is there. The strategy is to help with the fit of the watch. It actually makes it fit smaller. Here you can see from the flanks to the top of the bezel, and I feel like the transition on the sides of the top of the case are outstanding. Take note of the polished bevel. It's very nice. And here you can see the bevel assisting with the transition to the top. There's a lot of brushwork here, and it seems exceptional. The bezel looks great from the side view. It looks thick and imposing. Let's turn the watch over and have a look at the case back. It's a very traditional screw-down case back. Now, this one has some aesthetics that may or may not be to your taste. It's a wave and a starfish. And for those of you that may or may not know, Seestern actually means starfish in German. And the entire case back is 316L stainless steel. It provides a nice seal, and it's solid. It has 200 meters of claimed water resistance, and these screw-down parts lends credibility to that claim. And let's move back up and over to the crown. The crown is also stainless steel, and it is signed. It seems to be easy to access, unscrews properly, and it functions as expected. There's really no issues with its performance or accessibility. It is a little rigid to turn, but that's not a bad thing at all. The attention to detail on this watch is simply outstanding. It's easy to see why this watch is the #1 selling dive watch at its price point at AliExpress. Continuing our view from the top, let's have a look at the bezel. The outer bezel is a decompression scale that tells you how long you can be underwater without needing to decompress. The inner scale is simply a standard timing scale. The bezel is a 120 click unidirectional bezel. Let's give the bezel a turn. Just listen to those clicks. That is exactly what a bezel should sound like. This bezel is surprisingly good. I love how it is a good amount of tension and clicks along nicely. This really does have great bezel operations, and it gives you easy access and grip. You'll notice the bezel on the sides of the case extends out beyond the flanks. This allows for a better grip. The coin edge has nice sized notches, which makes the process simple to execute. This diver has a ceramic bezel insert, which is nicely done. And let's take a look at this sapphire crystal. It sits just above the bezel. I think you can make that out with these pictures. It's extremely flat and looks great. I love the fact that it doesn't have a Cyclops window at all. And I know many of you like the Cyclops, and I get it. And this bracelet has a great reputation. Let's see if it can live up to it. This bracelet just seems to work. It's fluid, feels light, and it's easy on the wrist, which means it's easy to wear. The bracelet has solid links and solid end links. The links are connected by push pins, which is fine at this price point. However, they do fine, and it really is easy to adjust the size of the bracelet. There is one thing about this bracelet that I wish would have been addressed in pre-production, and that's the sharp edges where the spring bars are located. It's really not a huge deal, and it's definitely not a deal breaker, but you will notice it. But overall, the bracelet is a winner. It's got a signed clasp, looks great, and functions well. It's brushed on the top and the bottom, and the sides of the bracelet are high polish. Let's take a quick look at the lume. It's actually pretty good. It's not steel dive good, but it's much better than many other watches in this price range. The lume begins bright and stays that way for hours. It'll definitely get you through the night. And now it's time to take a look at the dial. And let's begin with this matte black surface of the dial. It's very conservative, clean, and simplified. And even though the logo is printed on the left side, it remains balanced due to the print on the bottom right. And here we can take a look at the embassies. They are applied, aligned perfectly, and level to the surface. The 12 o'clock is signified by a white diamond with orange border. At the 3 o'clock position is a date window that is bordered in white. There are also diamond embassies to match the 12 o'clock at the 6 and the 9. All of the embassies are white with orange border. The Seestern logo is printed just to the left of center, where there is white print just to the right of center at the bottom to help counterbalance that logo. And along the outer edge of the dial is the minute marker in white. That looks great. All of the border we have discussed matches the orange located in the outer bezel surface. That's a nice touch. And take notice of the thickness of the hands. The hour hand is white, while the minute hand is both orange and white. These hands are fairly long as well and coated with lume. And we have come to that part of the video where we put it all together and try to make sense of it all. And how do we do that? By a segment we like to call Gripes and Likes. And as always, we'll start with the gripes. The bottom quarter of the dial, it just seems blank. There's nothing between the 10 o'clock and the 6 o'clock. It's just open space. And it's really weird that I'm saying anything because I really do like this dial. And number 2, the bracelet has some sharp edges. It's not a deal breaker, but it is there. And now the likes. Number 1, the legibility of this dial. It's easy to see even in low light situations. And number 2, the bracelet. It's not perfect, but it's perfect for this watch. And number 3, the case build. I really like the solid build of this case and the aesthetics. So, do we recommend this watch? Hey, you made it to the end of another video. We appreciate you doing that. If you enjoyed what you saw today, please take the time to like the video and share it with others, and also subscribe to the channel. And even if you didn't like it and you feel like I wasted 10 minutes of your life that you'll never get back, please take the time to subscribe anyway, because we'll do better next time. So if you want to know more about this Seestern watch, there is affiliate links in the description. Click on that, go investigate the watch. If you decide it is for you and you purchase the watch, My Dude Watch does get a small commission, but you don't pay more. And lastly, let me say thank you again for watching this video. We really do appreciate that, and we'll see you next time. My name is Jason with My Dude Watch. Oh, and don't forget, dudes can't be late. Hey!